Kind of miss filming down here. Yeah, it's been a while. So as you're well aware, there are a brand new set of iPhones, actually quite a few of them. They are already making their way into the streets with the Mini and the Pro Max, the last two that are set for pre-order starting in November. I don't know the dates. A lot of people have so many questions about the whole charging situation. I've got answers, I've got some solutions, and I'm here to tell you what you need to know. Now, one of the things that I noticed about the iPhone 12 lineup this whole year is the fact that they will include a USB-C to Lightning cable in the box. Now, for a while, a lot of us have been asking Apple to include the cable and include an adapter to give us the fast charging, because for a while you had to pay to get fast charging from the iPhones, because for the longest time they have been shipping the iPhones with these tiny little crappy 5-watt wall adapters. Now, last year, if you remember, the 11 Pro and Pro Max were the only models that shipped with the USB-C to Lightning cable and the 18-watt brick. Everybody else that bought the 11, you were shipped with this. Now, there is an advantage to this because it's so tiny and it's very portable, but it is super slow, and it doesn't even enable even the fastest possible charge you could possibly get. So you know what we do with these things? We chuck them to the side. Forget about it. Now you're into the iPhone 12. You've got the USB-C to Lightning. However, it is still not simple if you are going to want to take advantage of quick charge, because the one thing, and I'm sure you've heard about it by now, but Apple is not including a charging brick in the box. Now, there is an advantage to that, because if you like third-party accessories and you prefer buying third-party accessories, you could take advantage of what you can buy. Now, on the table here, if you see, I have a couple of different chargers that I'm gonna show you that you can these are just some of the chargers you can buy. Now, the first one we have here is a MacBook Pro charger. If you already own a MacBook or a MacBook Pro, you don't have to buy an adapter, because you can just use this. This is the 87-watt USB-C adapter. If you use this brick, you are going to quick charge. You have plenty of juice here to enable quick charge. But let's say you don't have a MacBook or a MacBook Pro and you need to buy a separate brick. Well, there are a couple of options. The first one being Apple has included a brand new 20-watt adapter on their store. You can buy that for $19, which is a very reasonable price point, if I say so myself. Or you can go the third-party route. Now, a lot of you that haven't adapted to USB-C, you're gonna be in for a little bit, because this is probably something new to you if you haven't adapted already. Again, if you haven't, you're missing out. But if you have, you don't have to worry. Now, of course, if you are an iPad Pro user or a future iPad Air user, if you get one of the newer tablets, you will have a 20-watt adapter in the box, so you don't have to buy them. But for everybody else, here are just some of the accessories you could pick up. Now, the first two I have here are the Samsung super fast chargers. If you get one of these two, again, you're going to quick charge, no problem. You can use the cable that comes in the box. You have no worries. You don't have to buy another cable. You don't have to do anything. Now, of course, these cables do range in price, and of course, the bricks themselves range in price. But the advantage of this is being that most of these bricks support USB power delivery, so they won't run you that much. You could get a brick for about $10, $12. As long as they're power delivery enabled, you're gonna be fine. But you can go the Samsung route, which has power delivery 3.0. But again, it all comes down to what you want. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, I gotta pay $19 for a fast charger. You know, you might be thinking, hey, that's not so bad. But just when we thought we were gonna stop there, Apple then decided and said, you know what, guys, I got something up our sleeves. We're gonna do the wireless charging better, because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make MagSafe. MagSafe, yes, is on the iPhones. It is now a MacBook feature come to the iPhone, and it is something that a lot of people I can see are going to adapt to this. However, again, you are going to have to buy the accessory. Now, the accessory itself costs $39, which is kind of crazy, but that's what you want to pay. You want to pay for that convenience. You have to dish out the money. But you're probably saying, okay, I'm gonna buy this cable, I'm gonna buy this brick, there should be no problem. So what is it gonna run me? 40 bucks? No, because according to a very good YouTuber who I will leave the link in the description, you will not be able to take advantage of MagSafe's 15-watt charging if you use a third-party brick, or even if you use the MacBook Pro charger brick. That is where Apple gets you. According to the users and the sources, it seems that the MagSafe charger is only optimized to use Apple's 20-watt adapter. Now, of course, MagSafe is a completely optional charging. You don't have to buy it. It's completely optional, but let's assume you want to. You can't use these bricks. You now have to buy, you are forced to pay the $19 from Apple to get the correct brick to take advantage of the 15-watt charging, and you have to buy the MagSafe charger, which is gonna run you a total of $58 without tax. Now, $58 is quite a bit, but considering a lot of people are willing to dish out that premium to get the feature, hey listen, sometimes, look, not everybody's poor, not everybody's rich, but if you're willing to dish out that much money to get yourself the best that you can get, hey, by all means, go ahead. Now, again, this all changes if you don't already have an iPad Pro or an iPad Air, the newest ones, because those will ship with the 20-watt brick. So if you have those iPad Pro or the iPad Air, if you already bought them and you're getting an iPhone, all you need to buy is the MagSafe charger. Now, last thing before I end this video, and just if you want to know, of course there are third-party options if you want to take advantage of MagSafe. One of the best companies that's doing it right now is Belkin. For $150, which is about $50 or even more, considering my mathematics is wrong, but for $150, you can get a triple wireless charging setup, which will charge your iPhone with MagSafe. It is MFM certified. I don't know how they're gonna word that. It has a charger for the Apple Watch, which is an Apple Watch certified charger, because of course Belkin and Apple have a really good relationship. And then you have a charging pad on the bottom, which you can use to charge either your AirPod Pros, wireless headphones, or maybe if it fits another adapter. We gotta wait and see. Now you're probably saying, okay, this is a lot of money, there's a lot of stuff, but here's the thing, guys. That's the problem with Apple not including the charger in the box. You're gonna have to pay for that feature. You're gonna have to pay for it again. At least they were nice enough to send a cable, but here's the thing. Even though it's gonna cost you a lot of money if you wanna go with the MagSafe route and if you wanna go with the 20-watt, to me, I think you're gonna enjoy it regardless. Whether you go the third party, whether you go the Apple route, you are going to enjoy plugging in, getting a fast charge, and boom, you're out. Now, it would have been nice to have Apple to have included this brick, but of course, they're gonna have to milk it for what it's worth. Don't hit me with that environment argument. That is not a valid argument. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you want to take advantage of Apple's fast charging, it seems the brick to go to is the 20-watt brick, because for $19, it's really not that expensive. And I think the 20-watt brick is more reasonable. But of course, you can go the third-party route, or if you already have, again, like I said, MacBooks, you don't have to buy them. Now, last thing I will say to you people before I end this video is, Tim Cook, if you are listening, listen, we know your game plan. We know you are going to ditch the ports. So here's the only thing I have to say. If you want to push MagSafe, if you want to push this thing, I would advise you to make a sort of similar MagSafe charger to include in the box next to your iPhones, and make it so it can't do 15 watts. Maybe it can do 5 watts or slower charging, so that way you can pay for the next MagSafe level and just ditch the lightning port. We know you're going to ditch the port, but hey, let's go in the route that makes it easier. MagSafe seems like it's the way to go, and it looks like that's going to be the best way to go. So Apple, you've laid out your game plan, so I would advise you just ditch the port. Let's make it easy. USB-C adapters, USB-C to MagSafe, it doesn't matter. Let's do it, Apple. Let's go for it.